Nobody cares about what you think and feel. It's about what the scriptures say. Somebody got it?
I got just come to establish that Abiyah is the first month. Is in Exodus 12:2. This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. And then Exodus 23:15, Exodus 13:14. This day came ye out in the month Abib. Which if you go click on the etymology of the word Abib in the Hebrew, it would be Abayab, Abaya in the ba, Abayab, fresh young barley ears, barley, month of ear forming, of greening of crop, which is all spring, of growing green, Abayab, month of Exodus and Passover. The root means to be tender, to be green. All right, a green, a young ear of grain, hence the same name of the month. All right, so that's spring.
I got your thing. Luke 2:44. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover.
And what time? When is the Passover? It's in the first month of the year.
And the feast of the Passover was when the Lord was born.
That's right.
And that's in the month of Abiyah, which would be late March, early April.
Right.
Okay.
And when he was
Slack it real quick. How the shepherds out coming to see YAHAWASHI and give him gifts in the snow? They wouldn't have no flocks to be out in the wintertime. Nobody go take their flocks out in the wintertime of snow. Go ahead, brother.
And when he was 12 years old, they went to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast. And when they had fulfilled the days as they returned, the child YAHAWASHI tarried behind in Jerusalem, and Joseph and his mother knew not of it. But they were supposing him to have been in the company, went a day's journey, and they sought him among their kinfolk and acquaintance.
And that's a custom of us. We will always make a Mecca to for the Passover. We'll go to a chief town. We was all far away. A lot of times, unless you didn't have, if it was too far, then we'll do it at home.
Right.
But it was a tradition to, like we used to do here when we first came. We'd go to every year. We'll go up to around the Passover. We'll go up top. Of course, at the time we grew up.
Well, I mean,
if it was too far away, you would just sell your cattle,
right.
so you can still go. No, we had to go to Jerusalem 3 times a year.
Right.
But I got a precept for you. This Luke 2:7. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in the manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field. You ain't in the field in the wintertime.
There you go.
Watch over their flock by night, especially at nighttime.
Exactly.
You're not in the for one, if it's the winter and it's cold, your cattle is inside.
That's right.
They have a barn.
And don't think this is the so-called Middle East, which we hate that word.
Western Asia.
Western
That's
Asia.
call it what it is.
Right.
It's Western Asia.
That's
all right.
Right.
And it does get cold in the
The
winter
Lord
time.
said in the scriptures.
It's like a desert.
Right.
All right. I've done desert training.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And in the desert is a very dangerous place because it can be hot as fuck in the day,
Mm-hmm.
and then it turn around and be like the winter at night, man.
That's right.
All right. And it's crazy.
Just like that.
That's right. And
All
don't
right.
forget about
He would know.
That's right. And in the book of Samuel, we'll talk about King David and his mighty men. They fought a Moabite, a lion-like man in the snow.
Yeah.
It snows, it gets cold over there too. So you're not in the middle of the night in the cold.
That was it on that. So Esau's full of shit.
So he's full of shit on many things. So to move on, now we've proven that point with scripture. I did a video, and I be doing so many videos I can't even remember, but I think I did that video yesterday, or either I did it this morning. Anyway, Apostle Tahar did a live show responding, and he used a lot of the video, and it was a great video. I watched the Apostle's video, and and basically we were talking about Gerald Salente, and not the fact that I believe he's an Israelite foreigner, the Apostle does, and many other brothers do, but the point that he's been on point as far as looking at the downfall of Babylon.
That's right.
All right, from a very carnal side, not biblical side, But what is it? What is this thing called? The Trends Institute? Trends Journal. Yeah, Trends Journal. And that man has been basically, he been sighing and crying the whole time. I've been watching Gerald Salente literally since 2007. All right. And he's been, and he's been on point. He was talking about the crash in 2008, and the crash came in 2008. Then he predicted the crash will come surely in 2012, and then he made the statement that he was dead wrong because he had never counted on quantitative easing. Matter of fact, no one did. It was a new thing.
Absolutely.
All right. So literally, America should have completely crumbled. But they did this quantitative easing, which really just literally bent over every American to make them responsible for a debt that they didn't create. See, all the problems in America financially, it's not the fault of Negroes. It's not the fault of Hispanics. It's not the fault of Somalian fraud. All right? The problem, all that's a distraction. People like Lisa Cabrera, she all over it. Some of these people are paid agents, man. They speak like they speaking the truth, but then they have monetized videos. All right, Dante Fortes. All right, or Forts. Okay, we woke now. They give you a portion of truth, but not the whole truth. And matter of fact, none of the three people I just mentioned ever acknowledged the Northern Kingdom.
Wow.
Everything's blackity black. I'm black, y'all. All right. So that is an agenda that Esau Edom likes to push, so that he can say the black Hebrew Israelites. It's the Hebrew Israelites.
Period.
Plain and simple.
Can I give you a
Okay.
definition of
Go ahead,
quantitative
brother.
easing? Because he was absolutely right. This is the definition of quantitative easing, QE. Is a monetary policy where a central bank buys large amounts of government bonds and other securities to inject money into the economy, lower long-term interest rates, increase liquidity, and stimulating borrowing, spending, and investment, especially when traditional tools like cutting short-term rates are exhausted, as seen after the 2008 crisis and during the slamdemic. Right? It works by increasing demand for these assets, boosting their prices, and thus reducing their yields, their interest rates. So it's basically a band-aid on a wound, because you don't need to do qualitative easing if your economy is good. When we see if the inflation is getting so high, it's going to be leading to a collapse of the dollar. They'll sit up there and they'll print up paper bonds and say, if you buy this $1,000 bond and hold off of it for 10 years or 5 years, or however long the bond is, I'll give you $5,000 back. I'll give you a return on your investment. So they'll make these just paper bonds, fake money. It's not money, it's a piece of paper. I promise you to give you some more money of these FRS that we just created out of thin air if you invest in these bonds. And it's all bullshit. They've been putting Band-Aid on top of Band-Aid on top of Band-Aid on top of Band-Aid. Now it's going to come to the point where you can't put a Band-Aid no more, which is where we at right now. That's why they're switching it over to the digital.
I got a preset back down.
Bring it out, brother.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed.
That's like that. Go ahead.
Howl for her. Take balm for her pain.
Mm-hmm.
If so, she may be healed. What the elders going to that balm is related to quantitative easing. They're trying to find ways to heal this place, come up with different devices, but we're not ignorant of that. Through the spirit power, YAHAWASHI and the elders.
All they did was made it worse.
Right. I got.
What's the term? That kicking the can down the road? And that's
That's
literally what they do. They keep kicking the can further, man. Or as Yaki likes to say, they keep moving the goalposts.
No, I'm just looking up because I had the same thing he had, but I was going into the word bomb, and it's got 3 different things here. But as merchandise, so as merchandise, they, like you said, they made them bonds and started selling them, and this, that, and the other, trying to prop up the dollar again and whatnot through being able to print money and all this other kind of stuff that they could do. But it wasn't going to cure the ailment that is actually there, because it's got to slide over to the MOTB anyway.
Well, that's the end game, right? Because James, the 5th chapter, says that all the money, everything is fraud. Everything to do is kept by fraud. The money is fraud because he just printed. Money is supposed to be gold and silver or assets, hard assets like
cattle,
land,
right?
you know, something tangible. They just sit there and just say French money, fiat currency. Let it be so. This is $10.
Yeah, they even got it printed on there.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And that's the thing. Now they're going to put it to where it's just ones and zeros on a computer that they control.
And then charge you interest on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you charge you interest on nothing. Let's bring this.
Crazy.
Bring the scripture out. This is Amos 8:5, and it reads, saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn, and the Sabbath proven. That's a whole nother issue.
Right.
Proving that the new moon is the Sabbath, and that the Sabbath that we may set forth wheat, making an ephah small and a shekel great, and falsifying the balances by deceit. See, and that's the problem with this quantitative easing. They created a false balance, and they made even more debt. All right, and this is the reason why the nations are mad, because the nations don't want to carry that debt anymore.
That's right, brother.
All the nations are calling in that debt and dropping the dollar.
That's right.
And now they're really starting to hate the whore, man.
That's right, brother.
And it's breeding division within the particular parties. You got the parties are so divided, and then there's division within the parties, man. It's just a matter of time before these Amalekites and these Edomites, they're all Edomites, start actually pew-pewing one another. All right? And when they start pew-pewing at one another, they're also going to pew-pew a lot of Jake. This shit is about to happen, man. It's about to go down. All right? And you 2/3, especially you women, like that woman on my comment board, you are not safe.
That's right.
I just watched the video earlier. I think I might have saved it. But it showed it was either 4 or 5 Negro women at a gas station getting their ass beat by some Edomites and a white guy. They were literally throwing fisticuffs, beating their ass.
Right.
And I already knew without even seeing it that I didn't see how this began. All I know is that the Edomites were trying to hold one of the girls. They probably caught her stealing.
Yep.
And then they started running off at the mouth, and then the black women came in there doing what they do. All right. And next thing you know, you saw the Edomite beating her ass down, punching her in the face, beating her on the ground, and kicking her. And then the other black woman went to jump in, and then the Edomite cracked her. These men, they were beating these nigga women up, all saltless, And the same women that's talking, shit about they don't need us. As they're calling for the KKK to eliminate the Duskies.
Right.
The KKK is beating their ass. Okay? You are nothing more to them than a bed wench, man.
Yep. And not even a good one
And
now.
they don't even want that from you no more. They already ghetto gagged your ass.
Yeah, absolutely.
The whole squad sprayed all in your face and in your mouth. It's in the bowl that you drank from. You wicked, dirty bitch.
So now you're going to Dubai. So now you're going to Dubai.
And the scriptures definitely describes that a woman is counted as a female dog. That's in the Bible. All right? That's biblical. Read it.
James 5, because it's really, I quoted it, but I got to read it. 5:1. Go to now, you rich men, weep and howl for all your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, your garments are moth-eaten, your gold and silver is cankered. And that cankered means goes into cancers, it's eroding. All right? And the rust of them, and that proves it because it's talking about rust.
Rust is that word.
If you come here from Chicago, you know the Chicago salt, and then you have them old school cars. By the time after about 2 or 3 years, you start seeing them rust spots all over the car.
Yeah, the new ones are rusting away too.
That's
The
right.
metal one that's on the bottom of it.
That's right.
That's
And
it.
the little metal pieces that's in the bumpers and stuff, you can see the rust on them too.
Everything's rusted. The transit system, everything.
The world don't use gold and silver anymore. So your proverbial gold and silver, your fiat currency,
It's cankered.
it's cankered. It's over with, man.
That's it.
All right. In fact,
Which is why real gold and silver keeps climbing.
this year the 2025, the U.S. dollar was the weakest. All right, the weakest major currency.
That's it.
Yes.
Which the U.S. dollar is the world reserve currency.
That's it.
The U.S. dollar was this year's weakest
Ain't
currency
that crazy?
of the major currencies.
Call halal,
That's right.
And you can tell it right now. And all these videos you watch, Epic Economists, the Homestead channels, the Prepper channels, They tell you about how all these compilations of not only Jake, you talk about Esau, Moab, all the nations that's here in America. They're going to Jewel, they're going to Mariano's, they're going to the stores, and they all complain about how I used to spend $300 last year on a month. Now I'm spending $700, and so forth. Right?
Inflation, all that.
Even when it comes to cars.
Yes.
Because I'm a car guy, so everyone knows. But the Chinese cars, you can get a luxury car for 1/8.
Yes.
You know,
And they won't let you bring it here unless you pay a tariff on it, which would be higher as hell.
But American vehicles, I'm fixing them. One of my old trucks. The old trucks, lower control lines used to be made out of iron.
Yeah.
Now they aluminum. That shows the decline.
Damn.
They aluminum. So
Damn.
so my control line, they discontinued them because they will last a lifetime. Only thing you need to change is the bushings and the ball joints.
Now that's funny that you'd even mention that because I was just having a conversation with someone about purposeful obsolescence.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just having that conversation yesterday.
They can't afford to mass produce, really, even on the level of quality.
Cast iron.
Because the lower control arms, the upper control arm used to be cast iron. It used to be iron. So the only thing you would need to do was change the ball joints or the bushings.
Right.
You didn't need to change the whole unit.
The whole arm.
The whole arm. But now they're all upper lowers, they're aluminum. If you
they warp, and so you got to change the whole.
No, if you hit something,
if you hit a pothole,
it'll snap.
It'll snap or it'll bend, and then you need to replace the whole arm
Again.
Wow. But that goes into other countries. They engineering is different. Even when it comes to American suspension, is trash. Mm-hmm. American cars really
ain't what they used to be.
American cars compared to Toyota, Hyundai, it's complete day and night.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We work for a company in the steel mill. We make a Toyota head gasket where we send them the material for it. They will reject a scratch. Their quality on what they putting out, they're like, look, we're not taking it if it got a scratch. If it got oil marks, they'll send the whole order back. But American cars, they come back with defects. Their motors are breaking down after 40,000 miles.
Yep.
America's cooked on every level. Infrastructure, all right.
Roads.
Even when it comes to agriculture, America's cooked on every front. Because these countries, they don't use the chemicals that Esau used. And they still have blustering crops. Right. Their crops are growing, and Esau is putting all these chemicals in their crops.
In the DNA of the crop.
And they fucking with the DNA and everything. Overseas, they denying all this shit. Esau is really crumbling on every fucking front.
That's right.
Yeah, I just found out from a masseuse, not a masseuse, but a chiropractor.
Right.
That because the conversation of seeds and fruit, because I've been eating a lot of dragon fruit every other day to just to help me be regular. Dragon, especially the yellow ones, they're sweeter. You use them for hydration. And they taste good, because I used to it was a similar fruit that I used to eat in Thailand. It kind of tastes like that fruit. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't really pronounce the name, but basically, I just learned that you can actually get the bananas with the seeds in them. If you got we got to go to the Asian markets to get them.
That shit crazy.
Wow. So of course they're gonna be costly,
Damn.
What's that one?
That one. Get the moringa seeds.
That one place that we went to a couple times after jiu-jitsu. It's a Korean spot downtown, right off the E-way.
Kmart? No.
Something H Mart. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can go to H Mart to get those bananas with them. Yeah, and they small and they got the seeds in them. See, I never knew it.
I love bananas.
Until the bananas we've been eating are grossly
GMO. Yeah, they GMO when they started GMOing them when I was a kid. I remember that when they started. I
never saw. See, Pops, you older than me, so.
Yeah, I remember. I remember watching the seeds shrink because at one point in time, when you cracked a banana, you could actually break it and you could see the seeds that were down the middle
And
of
they're
it.
very, they have some this big to that big seeds. And I remember talking to brother, one of the old guys who used to be in GMS Trinidad, and he would be on a video chat, and he'll be walking through, and he'll go through his backyard and say, "No, this is a banana." He'll crack it open. You'll see the seeds, and he'll walk down and say, "Hey, there's a mango here on the ground, but just fresh." In America, they make sure they plant all male seeds, all this extra pollen, so that you don't have free fruit and vegetables just growing. They taint everything.
Yeah, I once was told that one of the best places to be homeless in the world was in Puerto Rico, because you can eat off the fruit
land.
grows on public lands, which you can eat. You can literally just eat. So basically, if you got any fishing skills whatsoever,
you got meals.
You got a complete meal because you got your fruit and you got your protein. So all you can eat some greens, eat some fruit and a couple leaves with that fruit.
Pull out a fish.
And a lot of Puerto Ricans be jacked, man. Now you know why. Until they get here.
Then they get fat.
America don't teach you shit. You can eat banana leaves, you can eat pepper leaves, you can eat tomato leaves, you can eat carrot leaves, you can eat celery leaves. There's so much vegetables and fruits. Everybody's been Americanized going to get this iceberg lettuce to get this different things that you're not gonna find in a while. When this shit hits the fan, which hopefully 2026 is when shit really starts coming and just really decimating America.
It's really looking like it, and more so than it ever has, man.
All these people who were crying about not getting their link during the government shutdown,
they have no idea.
Right. Yeah, the government shut down when they cut all that link and stuff, and they said we ain't got nothing to eat, we just gonna go rob the stores, and they start doing dumbass shit. They will walk right through a field of dandelions crying, "I'm so hungry, I'm so hungry," and it's gonna be food right at their feet, and you won't even know it.
Dandelions, you can actually. Yeah, I mean they sell dandelion tea, but the leaves on dandelions, and they grow wild and they grow in abundance.
Dandelion is the health food store.
But with those dandelion leaves, you can actually pick
like
them,
greens.
clean them like greens, and cook them, and they will actually help. If you got cancer or heart issues, it actually is good for that. It's good for your blood, man. Dandelion leaves are known to cleanse your veins, so that to bring your blood pressure down and all that sort of thing.
You just mentioned something on the SNAP benefits because they're making changes now. My wife sent me this earlier. She said SNAP food stamps generally cover all fuels for human consumption, but restrictions are increased in 2026. Many states banning sugary drinks, candy, and certain snacks, energy drinks, while federal rules still prohibit alcohol, tobacco, non-food items like vitamins. So you can't even buy vitamins with the shit.
That's crazy.
Which is really wrong because the fact, and I've already told you many a time.
Yep.
That the vitamin aisle, all right, the fact that you have GNC in stores like that is evidence of corrupted food purposely.
Right.
Because you shouldn't have to go to GNC or any health food store to get supplements. It should all those supplements should be in your food. All right, you should be able to eat pineapples and green fruits and onions and all that sort of thing, and get everything.
All your beta-carotene
that you need, your A, B, your K, your D, your C, your magnesium, all that should be in your food. The Esau Edom has weaponized everything. All right, he's weaponized everything to the detriment. All this man does is oppress and dispossess. That's what he does. Yeah, you're right. It does. So that it is a lesson. All he does is oppress and dispossess. He takes your possessions away from you, takes your heritage away from you, takes your way of life from you, corruptly steals your wages, and then and when he does it, it even breaks his own laws, but he does it anyway.
That's it.
Right.
Can I read the rest of this?
Absolutely.
It's James 5:3. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth.
I was watching a video just maybe 2 days ago. It was an older video. It was in the 1900s, but it was older. And it was a woman. She was like a sharecropper. At first, the guy was interviewing the son, he had a nail in his foot.
Oh yeah, I
Then he
saw
had-
that video.
Then he had a rat hole in his bed, and he was watching his sisters or whatever, his brother's sisters, or whatever. And they went to interview the mother. They said, "Why your kids at home by themselves?" She said, "We can't afford the daycare." She was in the field working. They said, "How much the daycare?" She said, $2. How much you getting paid for your labor today? She was out there from early as hell, gonna be out there till late. She said $1. Damn. She got $1 for a day of labor.
So she could never
Daycare
pay.
cost $2. Barely can buy food. He was telling me he gotta feed him. Like, what you gonna feed him? They gonna make it work basically.
Damn.
Esau been fucking us over, man. And they
For
ain't
a
stopped.
long time.
You still going to work for $1 right now.
Facts.
Your company is making billions, and they giving your ass 30,000
It's crazy.
if you lucky.
Well, my company was crazy. My company gross. They say we made $873 million. All right, grossed. And then my that's the overall, but my company, my branch,
Yo, bro. Okay.
we make about $7 million a month. All right, but ain't nobody making money in there. Ain't nobody making money compared to $7 million. They'd cut a coil and take a piece of the coil that they done made and make it for a new order. You know, we done did the math on it. Some days we making their ass $300,000-400,000 on one machine. You know, so Jake ain't making no motherfucking money. It don't matter if you getting $30-40 an hour.
Man, you getting
You
crumbs,
get
bro.
crumbs
You
compared to
getting
what
crumbs.
You
we
work
get.
at a company, you're innovative. You come up with a new product line. They get you bring them $1 billion. Here's your bonus, a piece of party.
Hey, they did it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But because you work for
Absolutely.
the company, you signed this contract. Wherever you invent there, the patent is in their name.
Yes,
That's
and then they put some pale face to the invention when they put it in the book and into the history books, man.
That's it.
Go ahead, bro.
Good job.
This is Ecclesiastes 10:16. It says, "Woe to thee, woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning. Blessed art thou, O land, when thy king is the son of nobles, and thy princes eat in due season, for strength and not for drunkenness," which is what's been done here. All right. By what?
They teach you to go after your drunkenness, to go after your lust, your belly here. All right, so you okay with it? You get to go buy you
White Castle.
this is why all the new trending songs, it's been about drinks. Remember back when we was growing up, the drinks was Cristal. They were talking about some bougie
Real
shit.
Some real
Now
shit.
they talking about Taylor Port.
Well, shoot, before you,
Taylor
it was about
Port.
8 ball.
Julio.
Oh,
Julio.
Right? It was about 8 ball in old English.
It was
Absolutely,
cheap
absolutely.
drinks back then, yeah. So it was only a period of about 10 years where it was about some expensive drinks. It was about old English back then. Now it's back to about old English, essentially. Taylor Port. Because
Taylor-
they just want you to go ahead and get drunk, have some fun, get drunk. You ain't got no money to enjoy anything for real. Get you a $5 bottle of Taylor Port with
Man, dog, 2020,
and
man.
a $40 woman for the evening.
Man.
That's terrible.
That's what they want you to do.
Go after your fucking drunkenness, your belly, man.
That's it.
It's it.
Keep you, but the same thing they did to Gad though. That you did feed them,
Absolutely.
get them
Absolutely.
drugs, get them alcohol, keep them sedated, so that they can't rise up against you. It's so busy, and then they do the scarcity. They did all these researches and all these research to make the projects, put them into one area and try to take all the resources, try to get everybody to kill each other. And the Spirit of the Lord that put in Jake still have us resilient and overcome this shit.
They put radioactive paint in the project too.
Lead paint.
Yep, they did.
And radioactive.
Yeah. No. That too.
Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
It says, and it also says that princes eat in the morning too, implying that you're not really supposed to eat in the morning. You're supposed to wait. That's just a quick side note. But it says, "Blessed art thou, O land, when thy king is the son of nobles, and thy princes eat in due season, for strength and not for drunkenness. By much slothfulness the building decayeth, and through idleness of the hands the house droppeth through."
That's perfect. Look at the foundation. Almost every road, almost every bridge, almost every foundation is fucked up. You can go to any single city
Metropolitan city.
in America. I was in Miami a couple months ago, and I was like, damn, got these goddamn potholes. I said, damn.
In Miami?
I got a bit.
I said, y'all got.
The American through.
Yeah, you got potholes and it was Fort Lauderdale, but it's Miami area too.
Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah.
Damn, that's supposed to be rich. That's supposed to be where the money is.
Because we went to both and it was both. All the roads were fine.
And that's why
I'm saying they were really jacked up, and it's like, damn. And to the point we hit me
Fort
and we had a
Lauderdale.
conversation about it, and it's like, goddamn.
I mean, you go to the viaducts, there you can see the corrosion of the beans.
Yeah, when you go under the viaducts,
Yeah.
you can see the corrosion of the beams because you know they had 94 all jacked up over near the dojo
Right.
for years,
Yeah.
trying to
So
spot
real
patch,
passionate,
you know, all those viaducts right there, you know, Webster and Damon and all that area.
They do that out there in Indiana when you're going from Chicago to Indiana down Indianapolis Boulevard and whatnot, going into Hammond. They sandblast that shit like every 3 or 4 years and whatnot, and have to repaint it.
Oh, you mean on Ewing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that viaduct there, that big one with all them trains go by. Yeah, and the big bridge.
Yeah, that big bridge. Yeah,
they-
the
they-
Skyway Bridge.
You're right. Every month they spot checking something because they can't really
They ain't
What's
got
that phrase you said earlier?
purposeful obsolescence.
Yep.
Yeah, obsolescence, right? Because they make things to break down.
That's like the
But
asphalt.
that wasn't really meant, you know.
A bridge wasn't built for that.
You know?
Cars, yeah, but bridges?
I mean,
Well,
Esau,
because Esau overdid it. I mean, think about it. When you build something that's 100 stories high, how you gonna do maintenance on it?
Yeah, all them skyscrapers.
How you gonna do maintenance on something that's over 100 stories high
their
full of
workforce
metal?
is trash. They
You
don't
know,
want
got
to-
metal as an
they're
infrastructure.
right. It was fine. It's because they didn't think beyond tomorrow.
Right.
They didn't think beyond. They didn't think
Motherfuckers
beyond.
at the top falling.
There's a video I'm gonna try to find it. You know, when somebody else is speaking, where this Edomite speaks about how he knows that his children or the future generations are gonna have to pay for all the wickedness that the so-called white man has done. And then he even said that he hopes that his children's friends see this video and cut his children a break.
Hell no.
That's what he
Hell
said.
no. Ain't gonna happen.
But he said, and then he even said, and rightly so. So basically, what he was doing is acknowledging that white people have done Jake dog dirty and unnecessarily dirty and unfair for no reason at all. And eventually they know that they're gonna have to pay. And he said that's the so-called white man's biggest fear, is that he's gonna have to pay back for all the wrong that he's done. Okay.
Man.
I just finished.
I got a precept, if I may.
Oh, go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah 22:13. It says, "Woe to him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong, that useth his neighbor's servants without wages, and giveth him not for his work." Now, not only is that American history, but that's going in a full scale today, because the new trend and the movement amongst Americans is they're seeing tens of billions of their tax dollars going to the state of Israel. So that's now becoming a thing. That's now becoming a focus.
And white America is very upset
They are
about
up
that
fucking
because they
set.
can see it, and then meanwhile Amalek is trying to make laws, but you can't talk about them. You can't bring them up. They want to put people in prison,
lose your job.
you know, for even speaking about them.
I got a quick precept. This Revelations 18, I'm gonna start at 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen. It is fallen, and it became the habitations of devils, in the hole of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. And that's what you see, man. That's why America is crumbling. It's nothing but devils. These devils pushing this wickedness. Then everything is the foul, like y'all been going into. Ain't nothing pure here. It's just madness. Everything is just wickedness, man. You can't enjoy anything here.
The quality of America, everything here is gone downhill. Yo, the pipes in your house used to be copper, which purified the water. Now it's plastic. The fucking water lines underground are horrible.
Yeah,
They
Absolutely.
The building I used to have,
Deteriorating.
they actually broke into the building and stole all the copper pipes out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
full
yeah.
of copper pipes.
Full of PVC now.
Yeah.
All plastic.
Yeah, yeah, no, that was a fucking come up. Motherfucker go in the building, pop all the fucking copper pipes out that shit, say I'm paid.
Crackheads.
That's it. Oh, crackheads were doing it.
Jake was doing that shit too. Like,
Yeah, Jake was doing
that.
That was no crackheads.
That's no money. You ain't getting no money. You just getting wickedness, man. On top of wickedness, man.
This place it's so wicked. It's out of balance. Somebody read Elder Malcolm. You read it. This shit is out of balance. The money and everything. So they increase the minimum wage. All right, but the cost of living also goes up.
It goes
It doesn't
The
care.
price
It
of
doesn't
goods
pay.
also go up. And it's not even that the price of goods is going up, it's the damn dollars. The dollar is decreasing more than they can pay you enough to catch up to the cost of living.
Yeah, it doesn't.
The dollar is crashing that fucking fast, they can't even pay you enough to afford a regular fucking life.
Yeah. Silver's over 80-something bucks right now.
Dang, that shit jumped.
A fake currency is at the basically 100,000. This shit don't even. Bitcoin ain't even fucking real. The dollar is that dead that a fake currency is passing. They moving on to the mark of the beast. This is the end of America. This is what we've been waiting for.
That's right.
Revelation 14. This is the patient faith of the saints. All right, them bringing that mark of the beast is what we fucking been waiting for. And soon it's gonna happen. 2025, this year, especially the first quarter, the dollar had the biggest decrease since like the 80s or something crazy. In 50 years, it was the biggest decrease in early this year in like 50 years, man. The dollar's fucking done. It's just a matter of time.
And that's what Gerald Salente said in that video that Elder Apostle Tahar responded to. He basically said what's next is digital. And they're pushing the digital so that they can control it, all aspects of your life. The digital is basically surveillance, and you know, and then of course, you know, if they can you know, watch you and you be surveyed, but then the social credit score comes along with that. So total totalitarian is what they're about to do, but we know that that's not gonna that you know, the scriptures clearly tell you that when they're about to fill their belly. So when they do this thing is close, man. Yes. Because the Lord is not going to allow the elect just not to be able to eat, move, and do anything. All right? He's going to protect us. So we know that there's going to be a period of time for the struggle. That's the whole hour of temptation. But the Lord is not going to leave his elect hanging, man. Exactly. Like St. Benji always says, man, this ain't 70 AD, bitch.
That's right.
It's different this time.
He said, my servant shall eat.
I got a scripture. This is Sirach 41. I'm going to start at about 6. The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their prosperity shall have a perpetual reproach. The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake.
Kind, brother. And that's exactly what they're trying to push this narrative, you know, within Christianism, that they always come up with the scripture. Well, if you know the scripture, the Bible says you got to bless Israel, you bless Israel. Stop fucking playing. You know that those people in the land are not the people of the Lord.
They know that.
And you know that all of Christianity, you know, the whole world knows that. Right. That is not talking about them.
No excuses.
All right? That has nothing to do with them. Go read Ezekiel 36 chapter, man. That's them. Those people over there, that's them. The Edomites that have acquired the land and appointed it to their own hands, man. Right. Those are Amalekites. Right. You know, the racial epithet kite. Those are Amalekites, man. That's what they are. That's Amalek. Point blank, period.
Message.
I don't care how you feel about it. The scriptures, the relics, and the history. AI even told you that, man. Okay? Not Arthur Koestler. AI just recently is telling you that, man.
They own too. With rules and scriptures.
Okay?
Yeah, hey, as a matter of fact, they bringing in more bytes now to be able to program AI, because of the fact that if you leave AI to itself, it leans toward us.
Well, they put it's not that they're leaning towards us; it leans towards the facts.
The fact, the truth, yeah, exactly. Well, also the truth is the same
Which is us,
thing.
Yeah. You're right.
I asked the AI, I asked the AI, who's the, do you hate the so-called white man? And they said, well, we AI, we don't hate, but they said, we know they're a problem.
Oh!
But I mean, the scripture says Esau's a curse. All right, Esau's a curse. Esau literally, all right, like the scriptures call him the red horse. He the red horse in Revelation. This dude is deaf.
Facts.
All right, when you go to civilization, all right, the civilized. Esau is not civilized.
He's not.
All right, when you
Esau got fucked to death by a horse.
by
They never civilized, but this is like this really happened. This
Wasn't that a couple years ago, about 5-6 years ago, maybe a little longer?
yeah.
They never civilized about this though, man.
Then one get screwed to death by a pig too.
Come on, my
Yeah,
God.
pig brothels, sheep brothels.
Oh my
Never
God.
civilized about this devil, man.
That's wild.
Yeah, right? Hey, Esau recycles the fucking water you fucking drink, man.
Shit.
All right,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
they tell you reverse osmosis. Hey, if any one of you go, and I learned this from Edomite in high school. If anyone, I knew what osmosis was, but he had a real big thing. Basically, he's like, water companies were so mad about it. He said osmosis, of course, the separation of one water cell into two. You cannot reverse that. You can't make two water cells into one. So they said this reverse osmosis to clean your water is bullshit. They giving you shit and piss water.
They just giving you glamorous.
They giving your fucking water back.
How-
You
how-
piss
how-
this shit out, man.
how-
The reverse osmosis is not real.
How does turtles get herpes? How you got you know?
Somebody fucked it.
You know.
Damn!
I mean, let's be honest.
But you also got the line of
You did
drugs
something
with
sexual to him.
amphetamines and other drugs and all the
How
stuff
did
that
they
comes
know?
into the shit.
How did they know the sack on in the
The people sack,
butt?
yeah.
Tastes like vanilla.
Did y'all see the did y'all see the experiment?
Somebody AB was
Somebody.
They talking about talking salad and went crazy on the beaver.
It went crazy on
That's
the
the wrong people. But,
Blah, blah, blah.
hey, damn, that's what called Poochie Evil.
Oh shit!
Y'all bug wild.
Wow. That's why Edomites refer to Kitty
As
Beaver.
Beaver.
They be
Hey,
eating
Hustler,
Beaver's ass.
Hustler had a whole fucking
Wow,
lineup based behind it.
man.
There was an experiment with some
It tastes like vanilla. What the fuck?
How do you even know that though?
How do you know that, man?
Oh my
But real
God.
quick, man, I want to play this video. This is Eric. This is Eric Warsaw. This is Eric Warsaw, and it's on Jake Shields show. And for the record, Jake Shields is a Jake himself. He just don't know.
Yeah, I figured it out.
I don't know.
But here we go.
ISIS never attacked Israel? Investigate. Wait, ISIS never attacked Israel?
What?
Investigation. So ISIS and Al Qaeda never attacked Israel. In 2015, ISIS attacked Hamas, and ISIS threatened to topple Hamas. But aren't they supposed to be allies? In 2015, Al Qaeda soldiers were brought to Israel if they were injured for medical treatment. But why would Israel be giving medical treatment to their enemies? The IDF chief admits to giving weapons and funding to Al Qaeda. Aren't they supposed to be enemies? Okay, I found it. A long time ago, ISIS did attack Israel, but then they apologized. So the one time they actually attacked them, they apologized. Why would you apologize to your enemy? September 11th, Al Qaeda flies airplanes into the Twin Towers. Al Qaeda did it, but Israel knew about it and didn't warn us. They made sure no Jewish people went to work that day, got insurance on the buildings, and the 5 Israeli agents that were sent to film and document the event, why were they celebrating? Isn't Israel supposed to be our ally? Why were they helping and protecting them on September 11th? Netanyahu tells us to go to war with Iraq because of September 11th. What does Iraq have to do with September 11th? They had more to do with September 11th than Iraq. Why do all false flags have to do with ISIS and Al Qaeda? That's a heck of a coincidence. ISIS and Al Qaeda never attack Israel. Every time they attack, it benefits Israel. ISIS and Al Qaeda controlled opposition for Netanyahu? Oh, it all makes sense now. We can't hate them enough. Wait,
So
ISIS never...
come on, man.
Damn.
That's fucking heavy information right there.
Right.
All factual.
Yep.
All right, you got these two entities that they love to put blame on. All right, that they need to destroy, that they use it as an excuse to send soldiers to get aid, from other countries,
But
they
they
get
keep
aid mainly
supplying.
from America. They use them as an excuse to go into someone else's land. Because now all of a sudden, I think it was they were attacking Al Qaeda in Nigeria.
Nigeria?
The Nigeria authorities came back. ISIS.
Yeah, ISIS.
The Nigeria's authorities said, "Well, shit, we didn't even know we had ISIS in our country."
Right.
All right. So you just shot down and blew up some apartment buildings and killed a whole bunch of Nigerians trying to kick some shit off. But the thing is that ISIS and Al Qaeda never attacked Israel. Any Israeli settlements, none of that. But they attack Hamas. They attack. So come on, man. And then it's evidence that Amalek treats Hamas and I mean not Hamas, but is ISIS and Al Qaeda soldiers when they're injured. Why? Because who are they working for? Right? Why is it that you always paint these people up that you need to? That you love to throw that name out when you wanna talk about some T word.
Y'all remember
but none of them motherfuckers ever attack you.
Message.
It's crazy.
Papa Bush used to say it all the time. And you were about for the old time. Al Qaeda. It was Al Qaeda. But even then they came with so many videos saying that ISIS is Israel's secret intelligence service, the acronyms.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So it's just what it is. It's bullshit. And how no one would ever help their enemy. You never would help them. You would never hospitalize them, give them medicines, and build them up and be stronger. They can come back and fuck you up some more.
Do you remember a couple years ago somebody got a clip and showing them put on the makeup and shit like that, ISIS and everything, showing that they was actually Amalekites?
Well, yeah, they were showing that too. Sometimes during those Syrian wars and conflicts, when they were destroying all those, and it makes sense when they were destroying all those museums over there. Also, when they went down in Mali, when they were down there, they were destroying all those relics because those relics shows you Hebrews and different nations at the time of the history of the Hebrews as being, melanated brown people.
They stole the records.
So they were trying to destroy those records and stuff. Because I'm like, damn, you at war, but why are you destroying? Who the fuck destroys relics in museums? Yeah. People take relics in museums,
keep and make money,
but they were destroying them. Why?
Noses.
Right, because those relics which were identifying markers that you people are frauds, man.
Yep.
All right. And it's just a matter of time. So all this legislation and all this bullshit that you trying to push to criminalize people for pointing out truths about your lies and making them the criminals, all right, that shit gonna backfire on you, man.
But that goes back to 64 and 8. They tongue shall fall upon them. They've got paintings of their artists painting repainting pictures of black icons, turn them into their color.
I got one of these t-shirts over here.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's like, man, hold on. So you thought that people would remain dumb enough forever that you made a picture of this of an artist making this picture of you whitewashing a black icon and then say it's going to be okay.
Right.
Well, they trying to do that now with AI. You seeing it? They starting to make Edomite images of everybody, even these rappers.
Well, we said that years ago. That, hey, if this place was to hang around 100 years, Michael Jordan would be a white boy with his tongue out.
All of them. They'll claim them as the people. See, they white people.
Like the Spartans and everybody else.
Right.
Can I hit this real
Go
quick?
ahead.
Absolutely, brother.
It was a movie called The Monument Men, right? I don't know if you know about it. Came out in 2014 war film, right? It says a film based on the 2007 nonfiction book, so it's true. All right. It says it follows a group of monument fine arts archive programs that is given tasks of finding and saving pieces of art and other culture important items before the N-word destroyed or steal them during World War II. So during World War II, all right, it was a mass thing that what they was doing was going into these museums in history, and the German military was destroying relics.
Oh yeah,
They was just there to destroy.
they did it all throughout. They did it all throughout Russia as well. With all the, and there was a lot of Jewish people in those armies.
And then they took pictures of it.
The brother Ricard Kwam from the London camp did a lesson on it some years ago, and he produced some of the images of the relics of Jewish Russian soldiers
Receipts.
coming out of, because they destroyed something like 240 different churches.
Damn.
And God knows how many mosques. I mean, not with the no, not the synagogues, but the
Islam.
where the Islam people.
The mosques.
Yeah, it was a lot of Muslims and throughout Russia
The
too.
Moors.
But they destroyed thousands of buildings and structures, and there was images of the Russian Jewish soldiers marching out of these churches with black Madonnas.
Damn.
With images of a so-called black Jesus and black Mary and black saints, the same way that Putin
Pull them out.
put on display those images from the medieval times and from the Dark Ages.
Right.
All right, so you can't get it's just too much evidence and too much relics.
The
Man.
truth.
Okay, it's too much.
Right, and then they make movies on the shit for the.
Well, they got a David cartoon out right now,
Right.
showing you some little white guy, some little saltless ass, with stringy hair. All right, and there's no way I would go see anything like
I
that.
laugh at that shit.
I mean, I can't get past the house today. The first episode was the only episode I could watch.
Well,
I
that
can't
shit
get past it.
they took their shit off there quick, boy.
Oh yeah.
They made David like he was just wimp, when really the Lord was always with David. All right, the Lord YAHAWASHI was always with David.
Yeah.
And they played him. Esau never give you the real deal. David was a mighty man from the jump.
You can tell the way it speaks. You say, who's this heathen? This Philistine? This motherfucker? Who's this? Man, I done killed lions and fucking bears and shit, man. This motherfucker ain't nobody.
In the movie, it show you that he was timid of the lion. That's not what the scriptures say.
That's it. No, David was bold about that shit.
And he boasted about it.
Yeah.
That's it.
The scriptures talk about he played with bears as with
Man,
kids.
look.
What the fuck?
Jake be boasting when they hit 225, 15, 20 times.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
how the hell they gonna not boast that that they?
Man, I took
they
a lion
slayed a
out,
lion.
nigga. I took a lion out, nigga.
I slayed a bear. I slayed 2 bears.
I couldn't watch it no more.
You know?
After I seen that lion scene, I couldn't see it.
This is Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? So all your narratives, the Lord, you try to paint a whole other narrative. The Lord said He's going to overturn it.
Well, they are exactly what they say they are.
Yeah.
Because the truth of the matter is that every time you show something about Israelite heritage, Israelite stories in the Bible, and you show pale people, you're perpetrating a hateful, racist lie. You're being truly, semantics.
Right.
That's a good way to form it.
Okay? No, he had a scripture, brother.
Oh, I was going to, since you guys mentioned the report on David, 1 Samuel 16:17, and Saul said unto his servants, provide me now a man that can play well and bring him to me. Then answered one of the servants and said, behold, I have seen a son of Jesse the Bethlehemite that is cunning in play, and a mighty valiant man, and a man of war.
Damn.
So not only was David raw at the music, he was what you would call today a killer.
Yeah. So he was a hitter.
And
but he knew how to get down on the instrument too.
Right. So when you but
He's
Esau,
like a boots in a Mike Tyson mitt.
Right.
So, but this
I
is
thump that bass
That's it.
and thump you.
Esau, and show you Esau the devil. He never give you the full story. He mixed lies with truth, just like Noah. All right. The movie Noah, the last one that came out. They completely they look, that shit didn't happen. All right, they didn't follow
trees and all that,
they didn't follow the scriptures. All right, they didn't follow. They said Ham went off by in the movie. Ham went off by itself. That's not what the scriptures say. Ham had a wife.
Right.
All right, Shem had a wife.
Well, then how would the Hamite nation proceed?
Right.
If Ham didn't have a wife.
Damn.
You know, this shit is bugged out. Then the movie.
They was following the book of Enoch or something.
They was tweeting.
And for the record, for all you people who always stay off my comment board with that Enoch shit.
Yeah,
right. The book of Enoch, this in circulation, is a fraudulent book. It's not the actual book of Enoch.
Yeah, and then simple Google search literally tells you can find out where it came from. It's a Babylonian plagiarism, man.
It's a Babylon. Thank you, brother. It's a Babylonian plagiarized book. It's not the actual book, man. It's a simple Google search. You're looking at.
No, I was finna say. Then the next motherfucking, I thought they came close, but it was a good movie, but it was still full of shit. Exodus, Gods, and Kings.
Yeah, bumps.
You know, they made it seem like the plagues that Moses did some of the plagues. They took away from the validity that it was the Lord that did that.
And they never did exit. They never did the fourth where he put his hand in.
But they didn't do that. Nor
they
did
never
they
got
do
around to that one.
No, they didn't do that one. Nor did they do the darkness you can feel.
Absolutely.
They didn't do that neither. All right, the burning of the crops and the fire mixed with the hail. They didn't do that neither.
You know what? And the Lord, has promised that this is going to be worse than the last time. So it's about to really get bad.
He's a piece of shit
here in America.
You took away from the book.
It's going to get extra bad for you Edomites and for you 2/3.
That's right. This is Psalms 85 and 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven.
That's your documents. I mean, that's your the ancient documents.
Archaeological
digs.
Right.
That's coming up. All right. How they finding all this
black.
Right there you go. Right there.
So they know. They
the
know.
Madonnas, the black Madonnas.
And I just opened it up because somebody got the iconoclasm in here too.
The nation knows no color lines.
There was a woman who excavated what was believed to be the wall of Jericho. Not the wall of Jericho. Yeah, the wall of Jericho. Right.
Yeah, that's the coat of arms.
She said it was nothing to madness. Years later, somebody else re-looked at it, and they found, I believe, on the west side, everything else is burned down. But you got this one part of the wall that's still up, and you can see the fabric that was hung out the windows. The side, it's still in the
Damn!
Wow! Like
they
it's
preserved it
in the wall.
But the Lord rose here.
So they proved that is real. I believe his name was Ernst, something like that.
Yep. I got a quick precept. This is Deuteronomy 32. I'm starting at 1. It says, "Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth, which the Lord put it in the prophets to speak these words. My doctrine should drop as the rain. My speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herbs, and as the showers upon the grass." And this knowledge is being made manifest through the whole world. Now you're seeing all of these icons and things coming out because the Lord used his prophets. Amos 3:7. Surely the Lord Yahawah will do nothing but revealeth his secrets into his servants the prophets. And now the secrets are being revealed. We're showing you who the son of perdition is.
Made plain.
Through his prophets, he said, hey man, these words are going to be speaking day and night, and it's happening. And now you're seeing the evidence of this, and now you're seeing how this devil really operates, and that he's not our people, man.
They finding coins, all right, with the Paleo Hebrew.
Yeah.
Right. They finding rat tail combs.
I
got it right here, bro.
No, seriously, bro.
It's tunnels.
No, seriously, bro.
They found Hezekiah tunnels, bro.
Come on now.
Get the fuck out of here.
With the Paleo Hebrew.
With the Paleo Hebrew in it, bro. It's the spirit you said it, bro.
Not that Assyrian bullshit. Not the Syrian script that's being used. The Syrian script that's being used by the Israelis. When you see them on the news and that script, the Israelites never used that.
With all the vowel points
I
and
always
shit.
said, man, the fact that they used the Assyrian script and they matched it to their Yiddish language is evidence of their fraud.
And that also
the ancient paleo is like this what I'm wearing on my neck right here.
Straight up.
This is the ancient Hebrew right here.
That's right.
This is the Lord's name.
Straight.
So
All
why-
right.
so why-
the other way is not the actual way. This is the way.
So since you said that,
And then the Manchurian, what's that show? The Manchurian?
Candidate.
No. With the dudes the dudes from the Star Wars.
Mandarin.
The Mandarins. Yeah, this is the way.
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. Wow, brother. This is the way.
So then why in New Mexico, the Los Lunas
They try to discredit that and say that it was a hoax now.
Or the Moabites.
Some of the AI will tell you that was an actual hoax.
The Mission Stanley over there.
They overusing plausible deny. Plausible. That shit can only really go.
Deniability.
I can just deny something. That's really what you're saying.
And
You know, I can deny
And
it.
that-
I
because
can
you
just
deny
say
it, it ain't
Because
true.
you're a bitch, man.
You're overusing it.
Well, that's your truth.
Right.
No, it's only one truth, man.
Thank you.
Another
and
thing-
it's like you gonna not if they want to play games with
Run that back.
the Los Lunas stone, we can go to the Back Creek stone, the Back Creek Cave stone.
The Moabite
that was over
stone.
in America. I'm just talking about in the Americas. You can go to Puerto Rico. They had a whole bunch of relics of gold, trinkets, and coins and everything, all with Paleo Hebrew on it. You got it from Peru, you got Hebrew in Peru, you got all over the Americas. How is it in Peru? How is it in Puerto Rico? How is it in the Americas? How is it in New Mexico? How is it in Ohio? How is it in Canada? That's because, and then not only that, you see all the pyramids. Everywhere Israelites were at, we left pyramids, and it's all over. And
Markings.
And from South America to North America to Europe to Africa.
Illinois.
To Illinois, yes.
And it's one of the biggest ones here in Illinois.
They just find
They don't tell you
There's
about
one in
pyramids.
Tennessee. In Tennessee, there's a wall that has the ancient, Paleo Hebrew on it, the Phoenician Hebrew, and I think it's 17. I mean, it's 7 feet high, and I think it's almost 1,500 feet long.
Damn.
All right, and it's a huge wall on a Cherokee reservation that's full of ancient
Carved in
Paleo Hebrew,
Paleo.
man. You can't get around this, bro. All right.
This is James 2:19. It said, "Thou believest that there is one power, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble." So, like I say, these people know.
They know.
Right.
But I mean, the Lord said they're wiser than Daniel. All right, they brought us in here in captivity. They destroyed our relics. They destroyed our heritage. Like Apostle Kapar say all the time, you can't
Tell a lie without knowing the truth.
Yeah,
There you go.
and then you just got spring ups. You got these Adwater Israelites all over the place. But flip side of the coin is that they're still bringing out truth as far as who the Israelites are.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, I like to play this short video. This is another Instagram, and this is at It's Very Real. All right, on Instagram. Yeah, let's play this one real quick.
Many Israelites went to West Africa after the destruction of Jerusalem. Here's proof. Yehud, Bilad al-Sudan, the Sahelian Jews, or the Jews of Bilad al-Sudan, all refer to groups of West African communities connected to known Israelite communities who migrated to West Africa, many practicing as merchants for trading opportunities. These groups originated from Spain, Portugal, North Africa, the Middle East, and also contain the direct descendants of Israelites who scattered from Jerusalem around 70 AD. These Hebrew communities were historically present in the famous Ghana Empire, the Mali Empire, the Mosi Kingdoms, and the Songhai Empire, which was then called
He's showing
the
you a
Bilad
map of
al-Sudan,
Timbuktu
land of the blacks.
that was in Mali.
This means that these black so-called Jews were present.
Let me pause it. That portion, there are maps I've seen with my own eyes, and many brothers have seen them from 1783 of all these nations here on the west coast of Africa,
Negro.
and they literally call it Negro land, and which was separate from the other Hamite nations, the Somalians, the Sudanese, and all the other nations. because they're not the same people. The Israelites fled into Africa, millions of them. All right.
Hey, Salak,
In West Africa, for
they did a DNA test on the original Sephardi Jews in Spain, and their Y DNA matches the Yoruba tribe in Nigeria.
And are you shocked?
Should
Right.
be.
For 1,000 years. However, later on, many Hebrews expelled from Spain, Portugal, and Morocco also formed communities off the coast of Senegal and in
The
Cape
brother just said it. Hebrews that were exposed from Spain and Portugal set up settlements off the coast of Morocco. So they was, so they went to North and
Right.
West Africa.
Right.
And we literally, just like somebody get Baruch 4 and 6 and Baruch 2 and 30, right? We literally got scattered to the four corners of the earth among all people, man.
This is a large part of why there is such a strong Israelite heritage and tradition found in West Africa. Now, obviously, these Israelites were influenced by the massive wave of Islamification in the 7th century, so much to the point where they learned Arabic to communicate with others. The manuscript Tariq al-Sudan provides historical evidence of these Yehudim communities using Arabic as a writing script for centuries.
So he's pronouncing
However, they
the
maintain
Hebrew the way the Yiddish formed. But he's talking about the mass conversion of Israelites that embraced Islam, and many of them at the edge of a sword. All right, and some just did it because Jake is stupid.
with their distinct culture and identity. In the 14th century, many Moors and Jews who were fleeing persecution in Spain migrated south to the Timbuktu area, which was part of the Songhai Empire at that time. Why did both the Moors and the Spanish Jews decide to go to Africa and not Europe? Probably because they were black, just like the Africans.
And see that's where he screwed up,
People will never.
because many of them did go to Europe all throughout the Dark Ages.
Read all
He just showed you the nature knows no color line. All right, so that's this is the they're not mentioned in the Northern Kingdom at all. That's when he's Yah. You're right. But the Southern Kingdom went to they established Western Asia, the portion of it that you call Eurasia today.
Yeah.
All right, all throughout the Dark Ages.
Yep.
Okay, they established that.
Statues there.
Right.
That's why all the statues and the relics and the 14th century German tapestry. That's in Germany. That's in what you call Europe today, which is Western Asia.
I mean, really, the base of Esau society is Israelite society.
Of course.
That all the mathematics and the science that we had, Esau took all our books.
Well, all those wonderful, beautiful places in Florence that they love to go vacation at and look and marvel at the architecture, this European architecture, and all those castles. Those were built by black people, so-called black people, Israelites.
That's why ain't no.
I got scripture for you.
That's why ain't no more being built like that.
Let me let you finish.
Israelites migrated from Egypt, Morocco, and Portugal up to the 15th century. Some of them formed a community in Tindirma, Mali, called Bani Israel in 1402, which contained a Jewish dynasty with 7 princes, owned over 300 wells, and an army of 1,500 men. Your family and friends will call you a liar for knowing this truth, so I have forged an arsenal of the 10 most irrefutable proofs the Israelites are black. Comment facts to get your copy now, or click the link in my bio. Many
So he pushing that blackity black on black doctrine.
Right.
Because the Israelites, how
All
you
colors.
just gonna go around the fact that they got scattered? All right. Can I get those scriptures that I called for about Prashad? Whatever you got.
Okay, this is.
Baruch 4 and
Go
6.
ahead. I'm gonna go ahead.
It says, ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved the Most High Power God to wrath.
So since we didn't obey, that's why all our endeavors failed, and then we eventually just was getting shipped either or moving on our own to avoid slavery, but we got scattered to all the nations as a result of it by slavery or through persecution. We were fleeing. All right.
And that's why none of our financial windfalls that even occurred here in America ever had a chance to stand up, because it wasn't part of what we supposed to deal with. That's it.
Ye were delivered into the enemy.
So we were delivered into the hands of our enemy, man. But it's a temporary punishment. And to Wadi Yahweh, we've come to the end of that, man. All right, we're finally gonna get let off this prison sentence that we've been on. All right. What was the next one? 2 and 30.
Baruch. This is Baruch 2 and 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people.
And nobody is more hard-headed than our people.
Pull a shoulder. Don't want to hear you.
Nobody is more hard-headed than our people, man. Right? They pull the shoulder.
Man, leave me alone, man. You ain't talking about nothing.
Hey, but this next verse,
Go ahead.
it really proves that it's the Lord doing it, because a hard-headed ass people getting this. It says, but in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
And so how does this scripture, now you completely understand why they removed this apocrypha.
Absolutely.
And you know, I'm pretty sure if you do a deep research and study on the Bible Destruction Group, Amalek's hands is all over that.
Yeah.
Because the
Alexander?
the apocrypha completely identifies Rome and so-called white people as Edom.
Ooh.
All right, so it lets you know 100% that they're the Edomites.
Right.
Okay, and then Christianity and both Judaism both taught a doctrine, for the most part, that Edom was done away with until recently. now because now all of a sudden rabbis are going hard saying that no, white Christians are Edom. Okay.
And the Maccabees is known historical facts.
Oh yeah.
I remember listening to when I used to drive Lyft, I used to listen to a lot of classical, and they would every year they would do the history on the Maccabees every year around Christmas time, because that's when the feast of dedication.
They would do their Hanukkah stuff,
right? So,
trying to associate these Amalekites with that. That's why they would do that.
And they would get history on it.
And for the record, classical music is not your music.
Thank you.
That was brown people as well.
Yeah. The Hanukkah story they tell is a miracle of the candlestick staying lit with little oil. Hanukkah, that's not what it's saying in Maccabees about Hanukkah either. Everything about this devil is a fucking lie, man.
It ain't no 9-stick candlestick.
Thank you.
It's 7.
Tell me you're not the people without telling me you're not the people.
Yeah, somebody got a 9-stick candle in their window on their table.
Yeah, Rugrats had a special on that. I remember. This is the Hanukkah. This is why we celebrate this, because that was a miracle. It was a little oil, but the candle stayed lit. This is a Jewish myth, man.
Yeah.
A Jewish fable, I mean.
They put that in South Park as well.
Yeah, that's not what Hanukkah's about, man. Hanukkah is the Maccabees Israel was taken over by fucking Greeks, Edomites, and the Lord blessed some warriors to stand up and fight for us.
And pull it back.
And then they pulled the captivity back some, just enough, and we was able to rededicate the temple, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's Hanukkah. They was happy, so they sent gifts for 8 days because we got the temple of the Lord back, man. We're a holy people.
And it's better than Christmas.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But they showed in South Park also, when they around this time, how they was getting them. They was getting the young boys to come to the temple with them. The small hats. And then they was raping, trying to do Cartman and all of them.
Damn. Oh, look, man. We saw the bloody mattresses and the baby seats in the tunnel. So
right.
Yeah, that story disappeared.
Yeah. And all that evidence is just gone now. I'm saying.
Lying about that.
All right.
They sealed the tongue.
Well, just like they were making all that noise about, telling Dave Chappelle, how he's lost his way, this, that, and the other. And he's and then told him how, why did you do a show in Saudi Arabia? The Saudi Arabians, they killed a journalist, and he's like, well, shit, motherfucker, y'all killed 240 of them in 3 months. So
I didn't know one was off limits.
Right. So I mean, the nerve of you to make they killed a journalist, nigga. You didn't kill an army of them.
Right. And a lot of them were Americans.
And bitches too. In fact, I got some evidence. I'm gonna actually do a lesson on it. This German chick, this attractive German chick, who she was a journalist, and they captured her and locked her up, and then they had a penetration party on her.
Damn.
Repeatedly.
Hey, right.
Okay. The whole time she was locked up. You know,
They just walked in and hit it.
She was getting that involuntary smacking sound.
Just walked in, hit it, gone about their business. She's still there.
Yeah.
And now they fight for the rights to do it to men. You know?
Oh,
hey, Elder, hey, oh my God.
No, and that's another thing that they're doing. That they were doing you pushing legislation to stop Google Translation.
Yep.
Because a lot of those videos with them celebrating and stuff, these
you were telling what they were saying in the background.
It'll translate it. And so, like when they were protecting those men who raped that other man, you know, you could see they were protesting not the rape, but that they have the right to rape. Or should I say I said grape? Well, it's too late.
Hey, too late. It's out the box now. Fuck it. I'll take that hit.
It's my noble right.
Right.
When he just hit the prima nocta.
Hey,
he's like, it's my noble right.
But don't they believe they supposed to give how many virgin boys are they supposed to get and this, that, and other? These motherfuckers think that they supposed to get virgin boys out there.
We talking about Islam, Pop. We talking about Israelis.
Okay.
They gay.
The Austrian painter, his most famous speeches have been translated to English too. So they're trying to wipe that off too. That's another reason why.
Oh yeah. Also, I just learned something new about this. His army. He had over 150, at least 150,000 Jewish motherfuckers in his army, and he had high-ranking officials that was Jewish.
Damn.
So,
okay, my bad.
And who is this?
The Austrian painter.
The guy with the mustache.
Gotcha. Oh, that guy.
That's why motherfuckers be having the small shit.
Yeah.
That's where that shit came from. The small thing with the little hat.
No.
I don't know how they had the little small.
Okay.
Can I read this real quick?
Go ahead, brother.
This Jeremiah 13 and 23. Can an Ethiopian change his skin, or a leper his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. These people are evil, man.
Facts.
There's nothing good about them, man.
A rabbi owns Pornhub, man.
Exactly right.
Like
exactly.
how much, you know, at this point, you know, fuck you people, but you know, you people are soft. All right, if this was England and all this shit was going on, they would have been flipped this motherfucker. All right, they would have been flipped this bitch over. All right, Esau.
And you know what? Just laying backing off what you said. The over there in Western Eurasia,
right?
All right, they have a different spirit. All right, they have a very different spirit. And it's understandable now, especially dealing with them Irish and them Brits, the way that
I'll bludgeon you.
They disarmed them, and now you understand why they disarmed them.
Yeah.
All right, they disarmed them because they knew because America was so easy to control with the media and just run the stories. You know, but them people over there in Eurasia, them Czechs and
they take the bombs. They take the bombs, baby.
It was like, you know what, we got to take these bang bangs from these people over here, because you know we saw those back in the teens in the 20 teens, especially the earlier part. All the riots and shit was going. We were shocked that you know it didn't kick off back then, but no one was expecting quantitative easing.
Back to that again.
Which basically gave them a whole another 15 years, man.
Exactly.
All right. And now the YAHAWASHI, that time that's run out. They can't do that no more either.
That's it. Right.
Just think if them farmers didn't only have shit. They would have threw bullets instead of manure.
This year, the reason why the dollar became the weakest also was because the Fed cut the interest rate.
Yep.
Right.
Right.
But nobody, if you bought American debt, them cutting the interest rate fucks up your investment. Which means now you want to unload this investment.
Exactly.
That made the buyers of this debt like, nah, and then that release more of them bonds.
It's like crashing the stock market.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're crashing the dollar.
And that's what they're doing. And now you understand why these major nations are dealing with each other the way that they are.
Directly.
In their own currencies and not dealing with America, man. Because China and Russia deal directly in their own currencies back and forth, man. And mind you, their currencies are also backed by gold.
So they can flip it back and forth. It's like, okay, I'm gonna give you back your currency, you give me the gold equivalent.
And America has been very shady with the gold because lots of countries asked for their gold back, and America couldn't give it to them.
Yeah, China was pissed.
Now you did some shit like that to America, they ready to drop bombs on you.
That's
And
it.
and tell you that they need to give you some democracy. You need some lessons in democracy.
Some left and some right.
We're gonna send a couple thousand Marines over there.
Give you some B-1 bombers and shit.
All right.
200. Take
Verse 12.
Go ahead, brother.
Isaiah 19 and verse 11. It says, surely the princes of Zoan are fools. The counsel of the wise counselors of Pharaoh has become brutish.
Biff, I know Capo Cowboy, he called the president Biff.
Yeah, he is Biff.
He's hey, because he's symbolic of where you're going as a nation. You Edomites, you're going back into your
Back to the Future.
You talking about that Biff nigga from
Back to the Future?
Wow. Yeah, you know what? That's a
Back to the Future.
Yeah, he was in his tower. Everything was fucked up.
He's a brutish fucking idiot at the wheel. He's a caveman. His resolve is to where he says it's called the hammer of the earth. All he's gonna do is he's gonna always pull out that club, ugh. He can't even speak to you niggas correctly, like, because when it comes to diplomacy, when it comes to really dealing with people diplomatically, or you have these so-called schools of learning. Well, we're here to learn. We're here to talk to your people and about learning things. And you run it from us, so you've proven to be just a fucking brute, man. Just like the scripture says,
Verse 13, brother.
Yeah.
Right. It says, how say ye unto Pharaoh, I am the son.
What verse are you at?
Let me jump to verse 14. It say, the Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit.
And that's all Esau has been doing is destroying himself. All right, every way imaginable, from feminism, all right, to fast forward to now the economic decisions they're making, the tariffs that they want to push onto the fucking world, the Fed cutting the rates. All right, this just makes it bad for your investors, which is the rest of these other countries, which is perfect because James said when your money is cankered over, there's a witness against you, so you get fired. War is next. You're gonna get digital currency and war. That's what's coming, man. All right, and the signs are all that economy's crashing, unemployment is increasing. All right, which is the sign of the fucking end.
Shrinkflation.
In that Economist magazine, it says the world ahead, 2026. You see nothing but war, drugs, because your healthcare premiums are about to fucking skyrocket, and Americans are mad about that.
Oh, they lose it, dog.
Small hats got free healthcare on top of checks, on top of your dollars.
We all saw the little pretty chick clown the Israelis.
Yeah.
And sing the little song at the end after she clowned them.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Yeah.
And let you know for sure all the goodies that they're getting while you Americans over here are homeless and struggling. You can't pay for your needed drugs. You can't pay for your medical bills. Can't pay your car. Can't pay your house. You got to decide if you're gonna pay your phone bill or eat.
Yeah.
You know,
the dollar being this weak makes imports expensive.
That's right. Yep. Not to mention the tariffs that he done put that added everything on top of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and no, that Economist magazine, when you look at that image, you see dollars everywhere.
Yep.
So that goes to show they're crashing this bitch. You see the stock market crashing, and then you see dollars and pills on the floor everywhere. So 2026 is getting ready to be a real bumpy ride for you Americans.
You made me think about that scene in I Am Legend.
Yep.
All right. That scene when he all the money was on the floor.
Yeah.
Worthless. Dollars and coins.
Worthless.
Because nobody was trying to pick him up. They were you know.
Yeah.
There's one more verse there.
Go ahead, brother.
Which lets you know this is about the economy crashing. Go ahead.
Verse 15. Isaiah 19:15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do.
So unemployment is a big part of prophecy. All right, and it's like it's a vicious cycle.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because the price of goods are so high, nobody can afford them. If nobody can afford them, you don't need the workers. So that means more job loss. Every way you think about it, there's more job loss. It's gonna just keep increasing, man. All right, this shit is fucking over with.
There was an article a couple of days ago. They said America is functionally unemployed.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah, because they made everybody part-time with no benefits and all that other shit, and then
Yep.
AI is taking over. So, like you said, there ain't gonna be no jobs.
So
AI is taking over everything.
Exactly, because they want to go to UBI
Yep.
and the digital thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's where we're headed, and we're headed there fast.
Yeah,
Right? And going there is going to make the wars escalate. And then the flip side of that is the wars are going to make the digital thing escalate. It's all feeding into each other. Right?
We're almost done, folks.
This thing is happening, man.
We're almost out of here.
And 2026 could very well be it. I just think, how they gonna get beyond this? You know,
You can't.
there's no way. You got something, y'all?
Con. It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and an howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills.
And from the hills, what? Being all the nations,
Governments.
the big countries and the little countries, they're all crashing, man. And they're all angry and pointing fingers at the whore.
Yeah.
All right, so you got one.
Yeah, this Revelations 18:3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are rich through the abundance of their delicacy. So them nations know, man, them goodies is gone, man. They losing everything that they can fucking put into this place. That's why they mad at this bitch. Cause they they drunk now. They done messed up. You shouldn't have never laid bed with this devil.
Yeah, they tie everything. Unfortunately for them, it's beautiful for us. All the world resources are entangled with the dollar.
Yes.
Right.
So to pull that plug is to pull the plug your own economy temporarily. But we know this is going to be a everlasting thing. But to them, carnally, when they crash their shit, they think temporarily.
Bitch, I can't recoup my fucking money.
Go ahead, we're gonna make this the last one.
So with all currencies is fiat currencies backed by the U.S. dollar.
Right. I can't recoup.
This is Job, the 5th chapter and the 12th verse. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
I can't get my money back.
So it's a wrap, man. It's a wrap. So with that, man, we're gonna give all praise, all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahawashi, Ba'Shem, Kakwadash,
Kwam Yasharala,
Kwam Yasharala,
Baba Ball.
Ababa Ball. Turn those machines right.
And y'all lives, but don't